say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to night 3. Man, this has been really good tonight. It's going to be even better. SK is going to be on the track here at Myrtle Beach. And we have to thank right off our sponsors, the guys responsible for putting all of this on this 4-day event. Let's start off with Rike's Lawn Care and Scaping LLC. Make sure to check them out, rikeslawncare.com. This is the DRS Dreamer Racing Series. You can check them out at dreamerracingseries.com. How about Barbara Ford of Holland, Michigan? If you need your new Ford, because you're going to be towing, you're going to be working, you're going to be doing anything that requires a nice, reliable vehicle, check out Barbara Ford. And then let's also thank BK Paints. BK Paints, the guys that really did a good amount of work here to get these vehicles looking sharp and ready to go here at Myrtle Beach. This is going to be a good one. Can't wait to bring you all the action. My name is Chris, and joining me tonight in the booth, it's not Roger. Oh no, it is in fact my good friend Rick. Rick, how are you tonight?
Hey man, I'm excited to be here at Myrtle Beach with you, man. SK Modifieds. It's been a minute since I've even seen one of these vehicles, and I'm so excited, man.
Yeah, you were talking earlier about some of the changes that you've noticed, and man, they certainly have changed quite a bit since well, about 3-4 years ago when we were driving in them last. But here we are getting set, ready to go to qualifying, and we have got some names in this one. And well, what we've seen is that they'll bring all of the cars down to the end of pit road, and then we'll release the cars onto the track, 2 laps of qualifying to kind of kick this one off. Why isn't Roger in the booth with us tonight, you ask? Well, it's going to be because he's on the track. Roger Mooth scheduled to qualify 9th here tonight. Got a couple other drivers that come out of the turn 3 stable. How about the 13th qualifier here tonight? It's going to be Danny Valenzuela. Up first, though, it's going to be Brian Korlacki. Korlacki, we're waiting for him to kind of get up there. We've had 2 nights of racing here so far in this event, and we've had 2 different winners. Kuhn winning the first night. Edwards with an absolute bombshell of a race last night, leading from the drop of the green flag all the way to the end. He received the checkered flag, and he was our race winner tonight. But tonight it's the SKs, and we are getting ready to go. We have Brian Korlacki getting set and ready to rumble here. All the cars gonna pull up to the end, and we're gonna get this thing going. Korlacki resets his car, so give us just a moment here as we get ready to go. Again, want to thank all of the sponsors that are really putting on a huge effort here to get this whole series up and running. It has been a lot of fun. It's the hashtag Not the Battle series, and it's coming to a close tomorrow. Rick, it's going to be the super late models tomorrow. It's that's going to be a fun race around this track. Oh boy.
Yeah, you're definitely getting your fill of racing, Chris. That's going to be a good one. I'm going to have to try to tune in for that one there and see how that goes. I mean, I do got some yard work and stuff that I really got to do, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, you know, it's going to be fun, and that's really what I care about. These guys have put forth a wicked effort, and there have been a lot of drivers that have cycled through this. And again, can't wait for tomorrow night. That's the one that I've really had circled here. It's those super late models getting ready to roll tomorrow. I believe I think we go live at 12:30 tomorrow, and I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty certain it's 12:30 tomorrow Eastern time. We go live, and then of course, Rick, you and I have something to do a little bit later on. It's the Blazing Pedals guys, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, because we have to get through tonight, and these open wheel cars are gonna be a blast around this track.
I mean, I remember when we were racing these things in official, man, they were a lot of fun, and like I said, I haven't seen them since then, and I noticed a lot of differences, man. We might have to dust those things off, and maybe I'll have to update the paints, because that was right around when I first started how to paint, but got some beautiful paint jobs out there tonight, man. I'm excited for this race.
Yeah, I am too, and that is exactly why we come out here to do that. I mean, it is just a lot of fun, and of course tonight we have the added opportunity of being able to make fun a little bit of Roger. I got a special treat in my back pocket for him.
Oh,
and and for the viewers out there. And I'm thinking, well, I can already see it. He's smiling about the thing, so we're gonna have to show it to you here a little bit later as he is preparing. You can see him. He's in that orange car out there, the Turn 3 Racing Network car, and look, all these cars are getting ready to go. Again, Brian Korlacki going to be our first qualifier out there. He's going to be driving car number 911. Is Korlacki. His sponsor is the Be Happy Go Crazy. He's out of Gilsum, Maryland. So Brian Korlacki, we are kind of waiting on him. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Chris, I mean, this is totally different than anything that we normally see for qualifying, and some guys have really, you know, impressed us with the way that they do it, but this is on top of the charts, man. I love this. Yeah, this really brings a feeling of like real life racing right here.
That's it. I mean, this is what I was trying to describe to you before we went live, kind of breaking down how we've been doing it the last couple of nights, and this is really cool. I dig this the most, and we might have to institute this.
I like that idea. Maybe next season, though. Let's get through this season.
All the drivers in their cars getting ready to go. This has been a great event. Again, if you've missed out on any of the races, make sure you go on back and check them out. It has been just a lot of fun. And here we go. Brian Korlacki, he's going to be happy, go crazy around this little track as we get going.
And that 911 car looks fabulous out there too, Chris.
And here we go across the start finish line for lap number 1. It's Korlacki gonna try and find the fast way around this track. Speaking of fast times around this track, during practice, fast time was held at 18.29. So most of the other drivers were around the 18.3s, 18.5s, in that range. And right now Korlacki comes across the line, his first lap in 18.65. Heading on down the backstretch. Let's see what this one's going to be, Rick. As he rolls down the backstretch, and his time a little bit slower that time by an 18.8, so he'll take his first lap as Doug Neal hops out on track. Doug Neal, driver of the 77 out of Hampton, Georgia. Sim box on the quarter panel of that car. If you need a button box out there, make sure to take a look at Simbox. I know Roger's been very happy with his. And Neal is on the time clock here as he heads on down the backstretch, Rick.
Coming down through, Chris, I mean, his line looked pretty good. Out of turn 4. So an 18.66 there for the first one.
1/1000th of a second slower was his first lap. Doug Neal looking to try and etch out Korlacki just a little bit, see if he can do it this time by. And he does. 18.55 is now the new pole time. And coming up next, it's going to be Bob Higgins. Is it Bob or Rob? No, Rob Higgins.
Oh.
In his number 40, Rob Higgins out of Leominster, Massachusetts, checkered flag auto supply machine, getting ready to put himself on the clock. The 40 goes by the start finish line and the clock becomes active. There's going to be two Higgins out there, a Rob and a Bob. I believe, if I remember the story correctly, Bob is the father, Rob is the son. Across the start finish line for his first lap. Oh my goodness, it's blazing. 18.51. He's good enough for the pole on his first lap. Let's see if he can improve it here, Rick.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching his lines, Chris, and he's just hitting this track perfect. I mean, this track, a lot of fun in the SK Modified. Coming out of 4, let's see what he can do.
Well, second lap.
19.57, a little slower, but still a very blistering speed around here so far.
And we are waiting to figure out who is next. Looks like it was supposed to be Michael Johnson out of Key West, Florida, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see him in server. It is going to be Ty Leclerc. Leclerc, one of the only drivers that have been in every single event here so far. And that number 33 looking to get himself on the time clock. Taunton, Massachusetts, J&E Welding and Fabrication number 33 on the time clock, getting ready and set to put down some speed. He has been quick here over. Oh, he gets a little loose. You saw him jiggling that wheel coming out of turn 4. Let's take a peek. An 18.51, good enough for second spot so far. Leclerc really hits the hammer now as he is heading down the backstretch. Coming out of turn number 4, Leclerc looking to improve and does an 18.46, good enough for the pole. Ty Leclerc turned it on in that second lap. And that's going to bring out the driver in the number 60 out of Collins, New York. It's going to be Matt Zaccardo. This is going to be his first event in this series of events over the last few days. Fluid Amper is the sponsor for the number 60. He is on the time clock coming into turns 3 and 4.
What a good looking car, Chris. Very basic, but man, those colors work out. Coming out of 4, let's see what he can do. An 18.46.
Tied with Ty Leclerc right now for the pole is Matt Zaccardo. Zaccardo going to try and break free and be the pole sitter this time by. Let's figure it out. It is an 18.64, a little bit slower that time. 0.2 of a second. Well, the next driver on track, it's going to be the number 15, hailing out of the great state of Michigan, the Barber Ford BK Paints, Rike's Lawn and Scaping. It's Dustin Slider going on the time clock. Slider has been here for every event so far, and as he should, he's the one putting them on. And we will see exactly what kind of speed he's going to carry in these SKs as he gets ready to go with that modified first time by, and we're going to see the time. It is, oh, blistering 18.40. Good enough for the pole here for Slider. A good lap out of Slider. Let's see if he can get it up just a little bit better here. Crosses the start-finish line. He improves an 18.35. So Slider, one of the only drivers to improve on that second lap. Next driver is the car out of Spring Hill, Florida. It's the number 20 BK Paints machine of Travis Huffler. Huffler gonna try and get himself on the clock. Here we go. You want to talk about a good looking car? There it is.
That is a good looking car.
Huffler set and ready. Coming out of turn 4, gonna look like this. It is an 18.77. Has to try and improve on that. Good enough for 7th spot right now. Travis Huffler coming out of turn number 4, hitting the hammer down, and oh man, does he improve. 18.44. Good enough for 2nd spot. Well, guys, I'd be lying if I didn't tell you I've been waiting for this one for a long time. Next on track, it's the driver of the number 39 out of Huntsville, Pennsylvania, out of Turn 3 Racing Network and Priority Auto. It is Roger Mooth, and Mooth is on the time clock.
Can't miss that car out on track, Chris. That beautiful orange. He's a Syracuse fan.
Yeah, you cannot miss that. Oh, he gets up on the bank in a little bit, gets a little loose coming out of turn 4. Roger Mooth's first time gonna be not counted, Rick. Oh,
I think
devastating.
He got into the wall just a little bit there, Chris. And as we know, that during qualifying, that nullifies that lap. We'll see what Mooth in the booth can do.
Second lap gonna count. And it is an 18.62, good enough for 7th spot. He knocks Korolicki down 1 spot into 8th position. Next car out there is going to be the number 44. It's James Babb out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. BK Paints Glove Box Motorsports machine. Oh, he's cranking it up already. He is on the time clock. Let's see what James can do with this qualifying lap as he heads down the back stretch, getting ready to enter into turn 3. Oh, very smooth. Oh my goodness. Very smooth. James Babb with his first lap time. It's going to be 18.53, good enough for 6th spot. That shuffles everybody else down. And Babb going to be looking for more as he enters turn 3 again. Very smooth on the wheel is James Babb. And across the start-finish line, and his time is going to be an 18.62, slightly slower that second lap time.
Now we got Bob Higgins.
Yes, now Bob is going to get out there. Bob Higgins driving the number 6 out of Leominster, Massachusetts. Checker flag auto supply machine. Trying to get that thing up to speed. He's going to put himself up on the time clock as soon as he crosses the start-finish line. Here we go. Down the back stretch goes the number 6, setting up for turn number 3. Good entry, lets it float out just a little bit, maybe too much there coming out of 4. May have robbed them of a little speed. Let's find out. Yeah, 19.06. So a little slow there, and I believe we saw that when he about midway through 3 and 4 let it flow up just a little bit. See if he can keep it down this time. A little bit better this time. Let's find out what it looks like on the time. 18.99, so he did improve, but right now Bob Higgins sitting 10th quickest. Well, out on track now. Here's a name that you may know. You may have heard it. It's the number 42 of Parker Radcliffe. And he is out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Ponies Eco Tracks log a load for kids. Number 42, he's on the time clock going into turns 3 and 4. Early speculation is that Parker is going to be here and he is going to be fast tonight. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. 18.34 for the first lap. Good enough for the pole. And we're going to see if he can improve on that. During practice, he did run an 18.29. I didn't tell you who had run it, just in case, but I think it's pretty obvious now. And there it is again, 18.29 one more time. That is consistency. Oh, boy.
That's somebody who's definitely got the car and the track figured out.
Well, it's going to be another Turn 3 Racing Network. This one supplied by the team of Over the Wall Racing. It is going to be the 04 of Danny Valenzuela as he gets set to put himself up on the time clock. The driver hails out of Utah. And Danny is on the clock. Going to see if he can beat Roger so he has the bragging rights in our chat. Danny on that gas pedal. 18.92 for his first lap. Good enough for 11th. Definitely needs to improve in order to catch Roger's 18.62. Oh, that one's not going to do it. He let it float up just a little bit too much that time by. That last lap, an 18.86 for Valenzuela. So not what he was looking for. Next driver of the number 22, hailing out of Stafford Springs, Connecticut, the Miller Genuine Draft car of Joshua Buckley. Buckley out there ready to roll. He is on the time clock now. Josh Buckley looking to have himself a really good qualifying lap here. Draft top on that rear quarter panel. His first lap, Rick, is going to be an 18.70. That puts him up to 11th position. Heading into turns 3 and 4 one more time is Josh Buckley coming out of turn 4 onto the front stretch and across the start-finish line. His time, an 18.70, so doesn't advance, does get a little bit of quicker time, but does not advance. So 11th for Buckley. And here comes the 10 car. This is going to be the last qualifier of the night. It's going to be the driver out of Tampa, Florida, the butt kicker and sim speed shop car of Ken Byron. Byron is working his way through the first lap of this timed qualifying event. And let's see what he is able to do here as he gets set to come off from turn number 4 and across the start finish line. Ken Byron jumps up to 9th quickest with an 18.56.
Not a bad first lap, and the lights are starting to turn on, Chris, so things are going to change a little bit out there on track. Coming out of 4, that 10 machine looking mighty good. An 18.54 moves up to 8th position.
18.54 for Ken Byron, able to knock a bunch of drivers down. But our pole sitter tonight going to be Parker Radcliffe, or Ratzlaff, sorry. And we'll probably be getting a word in with him here as we get ready to start getting ready to grid them up. So let's do that, Rick. Let's get our fastest driver in qualifying right on up here. And yeah, we'll talk to Bob Higgins too. See if we can find all these guys. Uh-huh.
Parker is muted, but here you go.
Yeah, Parker, are you in here? Parker. This is Chris and
Hello.
Rick up in the booth. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you
Oh,
guys?
good, bud. Wanted to make sure to catch in a word with you here. Fastest qualifying time. You met your practice time in 18:29. How is that SK feeling for you out there?
I mean, it felt really good. Me and my friend Josh Kosick, he did a lot of work on it all day, and I feel like we left a little bit on the table, but overall it was still pretty good.
Awesome, bud. Well, that 18:29, it's going to be something else to watch you on the pole. Any thoughts as to how this race might go for you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to be about riding, not burning your stuff up at the beginning since we only have one set of tires, and just pacing yourself and not just making sure that you're there at the end.
All right, perfect. All right, bud. Well, good luck to you here in the race.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we don't have Bob Higgins in chat, but let's go ahead and grab Mr. Brent Keith. Brent Keith. And just looking for him. He said he was going to be around.
Green, white check.
Oh, there he is. Brent Keith, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, bud, a lot of people may not have figured it out yet, but the Brent Keith, BK, as in BK Paints, man, and
Right.
you have done a hell of a job on a lot of these cars out here. What's it take for you to be a really successful painter?
Man, it's just something I've always done. I mean, it started back in the Xbox with Forza, like all the auction houses back. Jesus, the first Xbox, how long ago was that? Kind of dating ourselves here, but
Yeah,
and
raging
then
ourselves
just
there.
throughout that, and then I think 2012, 2011, I think we got on iRacing, and then I finally started to say, you know what, let's start doing this on iRacing. So we really got into it about a year or so into it, making it for other people besides just the team, just for our glove box guys. But and then it just, I don't know, you just gotta, in my mind, you just gotta make them look like a race car. We've all been around racing forever, try to keep them pretty clean and simple, and
Now,
there
that's
you
just
go.
it.
I mean,
That's
it's
it.
just, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, if somebody's looking for a paint, Brent, how do they get in touch with you?
At BK Paints on Facebook, or BrentKeith@hotmail.com, or Jeff Claude is the handle I use on Facebook. That's a long story. We don't have enough time for that. I think the server, but at BK Paints, and just apply to that page, and we'll approve you, and then just have at it, But or Dustin, you can get a hold of Dustin Slider as well. He's part of it. So yeah, man, we'll hook you up.
All right, bud. Well, I know you're going to be admitting tonight.
Yes,
so, always the deepest respect for those who sit up in the tower to admin, and good luck to you tonight, bud.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for doing this.
No problem at
Appreciate
all. No problem. Our
All right,
pleasure.
guys. Have a good race.
Brent Keith is going to be acting admin here tonight. We're going to be getting ready to go live to the green flag here in just a moment, as just filling a little bit of time. Let's talk about some of these drivers again. And so we have Parker Retzlaff, and he is our pole sitter. Let's talk about Ty Leclerc. Leclerc has been in every single one of these races so far here in his number 33. Let's give a shout out to Roger Mooth. Mooth is stepping out of the booth here tonight just to kind of fill a role as a driver, and we're going to be keeping an eye on him. Like I said, I do have something kind of special for you guys here tonight, and as far as he is concerned, and I know Danny Venezuela, he's excellent with the short tracks. We're going to see if the SK is up to snuff with him. He's very good in the street stocks, but we're going to have to figure out what he looks like here in some of these SKs.
Excited to watch that guy who's sitting in sixth place, Chris. That's Rob Higgins. Got a little backstory from him, so it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, he was fast out there during qualifying, so he got knocked down to, like I said, 6, but I think we're going to see some good things out of that 40 machine.
Yeah, I think you might be right. And, I got Terry out here in chat. No, Double Down. Double Down says, can we get an over-under on how many laps before Mooth in the booth is on his lid? I'm going with 32. I'm being kind.
32.
I'm being kind.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say there. We got to think that he's going to make at least 32.
Well, it's funny. I mean, this is why you and I work so well together, Chris, because that was actually the number that just popped into my head, too.
Well, what do you say we get this grid going here, Rick? because it is time, man. And man, again, I can't thank all the sponsors enough for helping us out here on the Turn 3 Racing Network and helping this Dreamer Racing Series, the Not the Battle Series, happening live 4 nights in a row here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Our pole sitter tonight going to be the 2 car of Parker Ratzlaff, and to his outside, Dustin Slider in the 15. Then it's going to be the 20 car of Travis Hoffler, and out of the in the 20 car, Tyler Clerk in the 33, going to start to his outside in 4th position. In 5th position tonight, in the number 60, it's going to be Matt Zaccardo, and to his outside in 6th, it's going to be the 40 of Rob Higgins. Starting in 7th spot tonight, the 44 of James Babb, and to his outside in the 8th position, driver of the number 16, it's going to be Ken Byron. Doug Neal picks up the 9th starting spot here in his number 12 car, and then it's going to be Roger Mooth in his 39 with a 10th place starting position. Brian Kurlacki is going to be starting in 11th in his 911 machine. Then it's going to be Josh Buckley starting in 12th in his number 22. Annie Valenzuela is going to be picking up the 13th spot, and Bob Higgins in his 6th going to be starting in 14th. And that is going to do it for the field here tonight as these cars have started rolling, getting ready to go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Great looking field of cars ready to go.
And man, Chris, you know, these guys look good during practice and qualifying, but now these cars are under the lights. Woohoo!
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Got a chance last weekend to see some SKs over in New Hampshire. It was a lot of fun, and man, I think tonight is going to be just as much fun as we get ready to bring you all the action live once again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And we are bunching them up, getting ready to come out of turn 4 for the start of this one.
Green flag is out, and what a good start by everybody here, Chris. Heading into 1, 2 by 2. Man, that's Clap just pulling away from everybody right now.
Yeah, he's pulling away, and Dustin Slider moves down into the lower lane to hold on to 2nd spot. It's a battle for 3rd spot between the 20 and the 33. Leclerc on the outside trying to get it done. And not going to happen at this point. Here comes the 60 of Zaccardo, though. Zaccardo going to go to the inside, and this is what we've seen early in the race. The inside lane, very dominant. Then the outside starts to come in. 125 laps here tonight. We should be able to see an outside lane. Right behind those drivers, we're still 2 by 2, the 40 and the 44. Higgins, Babb getting it on. Behind them, also 2 by 2. It's the 12 and the 10 car, Doug Neal, and the 16 car, excuse me, of Ken Byron. Here comes Roger Mooth. He is looking to the inside, didn't quite have a run on it. On the outside of him, Josh Buckley. Buckley gonna look on the outside again through the corner. Can't quite get there. Takes a shallower entrance than expected. Maybe looking to the inside down this backstretch. And he's there. He's got a wheel in, and Mooth knows it. He's staying to the outside. That's going to give Buckley an opportunity. Can't get there across the line. Back up front, Parker still there in the 2 car, and he is rocket shipping away. 0.8 of a second is the gap back to Dustin Slider at this point. Travis Hofer in the 20 car, running in the 3rd spot. Tyler Clerk, Matt Zaccardo, all in payoff positions.
And top 5 looking pretty good, Chris. They're pretty close together, except for Parker, who's just pulling away right now with a 1.0, well, 111. The interval's just growing actually right now.
Yeah, it is moving rather quickly, and true to form for these races, we've been green flag here all the way so far. We do have a 2 by 2 battle going on here with the 20 car. and the 33 of Leclerc. Leclerc looking to try and get there. He's looking to try and take that spot away, and he does at the line. Tie Leclerc up into the third spot. And that could be trouble for the 20 of Travis Hofer, as Travis sitting in that fourth spot, kind of on the outside, not able to squeeze back down in line, and that might allow Zaccardo in the 60 car to work his way around. And yes, through turns 1 and 2, the 60 car taking advantage of that preferred line early on. Zaccardo takes over fourth position.
Yeah, the 20 needs to maybe not battle so much on the outside. I mean, it's good that he's doing that because he is laying down some rubber, because like you said, later on in the race, Chris, it's going to really come into play here. But right now, kind of just stuck there in that little rabbit hole. Getting pressure from the inside all over the place. See Bam working it right now, trying to get by, but the 20 not giving up yet, Chris.
Yeah, the 20 is just kind of stuck on the outside. He's going to end up losing another one, because here comes the 12 machine of Neal. Doug Neal now looking to try and take over a spot. Doug Neal is lug nut to lug nut with Travis Hoefler, and Neal coming out of turn number 4 has the advantage across the start finish line. Give that spot to Doug Neal, as he has worked his way up 3 spots since the beginning of this one. All right, well, I got to make sure I do this while he's still in there. So let's hop into the cockpit of Roger Mooth, and then we're going to do something really cool here. Hopefully this works out for you guys, but if it doesn't, blame Roger. Let's take a peek. There he is, Roger Mooth, driving this car around this track. And this right here is worth everything. This is cool. How many places do this on their broadcast? Live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we got one of our best. Commentators for sure, drivers maybe not, but commentators for sure. And he is down there trying to get it done. He's crossing the start-finish line, heading into turn number 1. Watch out for those turtle shells, Roger, as he gets back on the gas, going down the back stretch now. He is looking good. He's got a smile on his face. He's happy to be here, going through turns 3 and 4. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a 1 lap around with our good friend Roger Mooth. And man, that is really cool. I'm actually really happy with the way that's going to happen here tonight.
Let's see if he can actually do something out there, Chris. Right now, not doing too bad. He is up 1 position from the green flag, sitting in 9th place right now. Again, a lot of laps left to go.
Yeah, a ton of laps here tonight, as we're running 125 of them. Roger is inside of the top 10. He's up 1 spot since the beginning of this one, but Josh Buckley is coming behind. And oh man, we are under caution. Not used to seeing that throughout this entire series. We have not had a caution until just now. Well, let's go back and take a peek at what happened, as the truck says it is ready, and to keep our eye on Brian Korlacki. So that's the 911 machine, Brian Korlacki. Oh, ooh, coming out of turn, well, going into 3 is when he had the trouble. He actually got down a little too low and then did not make it out of turn number 4. Look out as the leader comes on by. Korlacki able to stay out of the way, though, as the caution flag does fly for the very first time here, which is, well, that's quite the feat all unto itself.
I think we got to get Mooth a beanie or something, though, because the glare, man, it burned through my glasses. I feel like that one.
You never know. He's got, I'm watching him right now under this caution. Oh, yeah, he's got a smile. He's having a good time. Let's take a peek in on him one more time, because he is having a good time, Rick. There's no doubt about that. And, Roger, He spends so much time doing for others. It's good to see him out there. Honestly, it's good to see him out there in a car, and having a night off of broadcasting and getting to do what we all enjoy, which is to actually drive these things. So pretty cool on him, and congratulations for being able to be out there tonight, Roger. I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely a little jealous. Definitely. I won't lie. I will. It is good though. I mean, Mooth, he deserves it, man. I mean, that guy, he's been running some very long seasons, pretty much every night of the week. So good to see him out there behind the wheel. And Terry, now he doesn't need to be argued. You should see this kid set up, because it blows everybody's that I've seen away.
Yeah, the last thing he needs is
like
another thing.
49 curved, 349-inch curved. I don't know. It's just, I think he's on like a 60-inch now. I think. I don't know.
You can't keep up, that's for sure.
I like that number 3 behind him there too. I don't know. There's something about that number. That's the only reason why we keep Roger around.
Terry says it's not going to help him race. It's to cover his face.
Oh, poor Roger.
Pace car is off, getting ready to go to the green flag one more time here tonight. We're going to be working lap number 24 when we go back green. And we're going to see if Parker is able to hold on to that race lead. He is back on the throttle. We are back under green right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Got to thank Rike's Lawn Care and Scaping one more time, along with the DRS Dreamer Racing Series, Barber Ford out of Holland, Michigan, BK Paints, and everybody who decided to come on out and drive here on a Saturday night, and everybody who wanted to come in and watch. We can't do this without you guys, and we really do appreciate it. It is Rick and Chris up in the booth, bringing you all the action of the SKs.
And I got a really good run there in the 33 machine, Chris, able to pass a Slider there. I think someone's here to race.
Yeah, Tyler Clark, he has been very fast here around this track, and this is the third night in a row. He's probably really starting to get the feel of it. A different car every single time, but man, he's been fast. He's been consistent, and we're going to be watching. Oh, look out for Slider as he got a little bit loose coming out of turn 4 that time. Worked his way up through the track, and that may allow for the 12 car of Doug Neal definitely to get in the inside of Matt Zaccardo, though. Looking maybe for more is Doug Neal. He's up 5 spots since the beginning of this one. Oh, look how far up the track Zaccardo goes. He is going to end up losing another spot perhaps to James Babb. Babb working that inside lane. He's got the 16 of Byron right behind him. Oh, big time problems. Off from the turtle shells goes Byron, and they stack up behind him. The 20 car of Travis Halfer. We got one going around. A caution again here at Myrtle Beach. It is going to be on Ken Byron this time. Byron, let's go back and take a peek, see what happened, as he looks like he was a little bit loose coming out of turn 2. Then we got a driver that goes in underneath, but the 44 actually is what brought it out. The 44 got very loose, went sideways, and James Babb got a whole bunch of Ken Byron right into the side of his car.
It's almost like Babb just checked up a little bit, didn't, not that he meant to do it, but just trying to hang on to that machine.
Well, 2 cautions in, 1 race leader. Throughout the field, lots of comings and goings. We'll talk about those right now. How about Tyler Clark, your second place runner? He's up 2 spots from the beginning of this one. Go back to 4th spot. Doug Neal in the number 12. Neal up 5 positions so far. He is the top dog as far as passing cars. Until you look at 7th place runner, the 22. That's Josh Buckley. He's also up 5 positions. So tied there. Right behind Buckley, it's going to be Roger Mooth in the 39. He's running in 8th position, up 2 from the beginning of this one. Being very patient in that 39 machine. Bob Higgins up 3 positions from the start of this one. He's going to be in the 11th spot. Looks like Ken Byron, Denny Venezuela may not be finishing this one, Rick, may have had enough damage to not continue here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see a lot of smoke or anything like that, but definitely something going on there with the 16 and the 04, Chris. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is. It's very early in the race to see that. You never really want to. These guys are in it for the money, though, and you're not going to get it if you're not in the top 5. That's the big goal here tonight. Make it into the top 5. Be one of the quicker drivers out there. Pass as many cars as you can. If you pass more than anybody else, that's also a pay position. Hard Charger Award. Payouts to the top 5. 4 nights of racing. 1 track, 4 different cars. Man, oh man, it is hashtag not the battle. Getting ready to go back under the green flag here again. This time by pace car lights should shut off and we'll be ready to go back to the green flag again. Pace car lights are indeed off. The cars are going to start folding in 2 by 2, getting ready to go back to the green flag. Pit entrance on this track a little bit different than a lot of other ones. It is on the back stretch, so watch for that Ford Mustang to take a hard left-hand turn. And he is doing that right now. All right, this is it. Tyler Clerk on the outside of our pole sitter tonight. Parker, who's just been blazing fast, has to do it again on this restart. He hits the go pedal, and we are back under the green flag.
Another beautiful restart by Parker, Chris. That 2 machine, nobody has anything for him, but there's a couple guys that are trying everything that they can. Leclerc, Slider, doing everything that they can to keep that number. Well, it's 2 on my screen.
Yeah, it's the 2 on my screen too. Oh, no, it's not. It's the 42.
It's the 42. 2 on my scoring chart, I should say. But man, Parker just out there. He's just tearing it down here tonight.
Yeah, he is. And there's a pretty good battle right now for the... Oh, man! Slider gets loose, and into the wall he goes. He keeps it straight. We're going to stay under green, but big-time heart murmur moment for Dustin Slider, who was in the top 3, now finds himself sitting in 10th position. Hopefully not a lot of front-end damage. These cars cannot take a very big beating, Rick, before they are uncontrollable at speed.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, they're, the wheels, they're not protected very well. And if you have a hard time turning those things, man, I mean, you can do it. We've seen some guys do some crazy things with these in our time, Chris, but it's always better when them wheels are straight.
Yeah, straight is good. We've got Tyler Clerk here in the number 33, running in 2nd spot. Behind him, Doug Neal, up 6 positions. And ladies and gentlemen, if you think that's good, how about your 4th place runner running in the 22? It's going to be Josh Buckley, who started in 12th position tonight. Buckley now driving in 4th. Behind him, it is going to be Travis. Yeah, Travis in the 20 car. I had to take a pause because I was looking at the car behind him running in 6th position. Can you believe it? Lap number 41, and it's Roger Mooth. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Travis gets loose. He holds on, but that does allow Roger Mooth to get around. Roger Mooth now cracking into the top 5.
Ricardo Babb also getting around over there, and Higgins right behind him, Chris.
The 60 car of Zaccardo looking to try and get back into the swing of things. He's down 2 spots from the beginning of this race, trying to get it back. James Babb is right in front of him, stopping him, but down to the inside on the front stretch now goes Zaccardo into turn 1, takes over the position.
That was a textbook move right there by Zaccardo, Chris. He turned that thing right at the right time to get down underneath the 44. Now the 40 is going to be working on the inside of the 44.
Oh, there's slight contact there. Oh, more contact as Slider gets into him. And Venezuela was back out on track, but he was involved in it as well, and that may have brought out the caution. Oh, man. Caution number 3 here. And let's go back. Truck's telling me it's ready to play it. We're going to watch this one. You see it all kind of happening in front of Danny. And he is able to keep it going, but definitely losing a bunch of time out there. Let's take a look from the cockpit view and go back and see this thing unfold out of the cockpit of Danny Valenzuela.
I think he needs to find a new race team, Chris, because he went right for that outside wall, and then, we know that he's, over the wall motorsports, and thankfully he didn't go over the wall this time.
Yeah, he was trying though. He hit the accelerator pedal while the wheels were still turned into the wall, but able to get it going back straight. And coming back down to you live. Well, our race leader hasn't changed at all since the beginning of this one. It's Parker Ratzliff, and that 2 car, or I guess 22, depending on how you want to look at it, 42, I guess. Man, he is fast.
Very fast. That Ponzi machine doing everything that he can. I mean, he just gets a really good start, Chris. He's actually smart. If you watch this restart, he gets going just as they enter the corner. That kind of keeps everybody kind of a little bunched up, because you want to be careful when you're getting on the gas. He does it just at the right moment, so that car just hits straight and just takes off like a rocket.
Well, the first start of the race, the drop of the initial green flag, that is a go on green. After that, it is leader's choice, and Parker is definitely making everybody pay for that rule, as he is launching out of turn 4 every single time. Next time by, pace car light should shut down. We'll fold them in 2 by 2. Get them ready to go one more time here under the green flag. 3 cautions here before lap 50, and these guys are getting the last couple of nights out of their system. Perfect green flag races the last 2 nights. Tonight marred a little bit under the yellow, looking to try and get it back under the green and perhaps try and stay there. Roger not looking nervous at all, although, well, his cheeks are a little flush and he's picking out his fingers, Rick.
Oh boy.
Maybe he is a little nervous being out there.
Nervous. A little nervous.
All right, pace car lights drop off and we get set and ready to go back under the green flag. One more time here from Myrtle Beach. It's the hashtag not the battle. And this thing has been seriously fun.
Every time I hear that, you know what I think of? Not the mama.
Not the battle.
Not the battle.
Parker getting ready to bring this thing back under the green flag. Let's see if he launches, and he does.
Yep,
he
right
launches that thing again. Oh my goodness, somebody's gonna figure that out, Rick. And well, we'll see. I guess we need another yellow, and nobody's wishing for that. The 42 up front, and Tyler Clerk has been able to get it back into second position. Doug Neal sits in third with Josh Buckley knocking on the back door. Buckley sitting there in fourth position. Roger Mooth moves up the track, and that is going to allow for Zaccardo to come down from on the inside. Roger Mooth in trouble as Zaccardo goes wheel to wheel heading into turn 3.
Yeah, Roger's trying to make a very great move up there, Chris. But I mean, 51 laps in, we've had a couple of cautions. Rubber not quite there on the outside lane, but Mooth trying to make it work for him. But Zaccardo just kind of closes that door.
Almost contact there. You see the little wiggle out of the 39 trying to stay out of the tires of Zaccardo. This is the first battle on track. It is for 5th spot. And at the line, Zaccardo had it that time. So Mooth on the outside, maybe losing a little bit of ground. He does. He follows in line. And Mooth back to 6th spot. Our big mover of the race so far is Josh Buckley. Buckley running in the 4th position in his number 22. It's the Draft Top Miller Genuine Draft Machine, and he is looking pretty good out there. Rick, it almost looks like he's running in 3rd until you look about a 2.25 ahead of Ty Leclerc to find Parker out there just kind of driving like it's Sunday and it's only Saturday night.
I know. He's out there. He's got that 42 on rails, let me tell you.
Yeah, he has got this figured out. This track definitely has brake zones. It has you have to climb back into the throttle relatively unaggressively. You have to stay out of the turtle shells through 1 and 2. And you have to be able to put your foot down on the front and back stretch. And right now, Parker doing all of that the best. Tyler Kirk sitting in second position. Doug Neal third. Josh Buckley, Matt Zaccardo, your top 5, working lap number 57. Roger Mooth sitting in the 6th position with Rob Higgins and Travis Holfler sitting in 7th and 8th. Bob Higgins up to 9th position. He's up 5 spots since the beginning of this one. That's not bad. Dustin Slider, we saw him. He started on the outside pole and ran up front for a good portion of this one. Now trying to find his way back up front as the 6 car gives him all kinds of room. Dustin Slider now back up in the 9th position.
Working his way around. Bob Higgins, like you said, Chris, fell down into the 10th position. James Bad and Korlacki hasn't been able to do much there. He got into a little bit of trouble, and he's only down 1 position from the start of the race in 12th right now, but he's got plenty of time to get that 911 car right back up to where he needs to go. Danny Venezuela, of course, we saw.
Oh, back under caution one more time, and this one was going to be a front runner. It looks like Josh Buckley involved in this one. Buckley had made his way up quite a long ways, up 8 spots. Now finds himself trying to get around the pace car to rejoin the tail end of the field. Let's go back and take a peek, see what happened to Buckley, as him and Zaccardo were going to go battle it out. Oh, and that didn't work out at all. Well, let's go back and take a look at that one more time from a slightly different angle. We'll take the chopper cam approach as Zaccardo goes down to the inside, and a little bit of wiggle out of the front end forces him into the 22 of Buckley, and around they both go. So under caution again here, live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We've seen a couple of cautions here tonight, Rick, that look, again, this is the first time we've seen the caution flag used in 3 nights of racing. And these cars, I knew it was going to be a challenge. This open wheel set of the SKs out there, it's different than what a lot of people are used to driving. And, well, here we are.
That's the thing, Chris. I mean, you know, looking at the iRacing ladder, per se, you know, these cars come in pretty early to play, but these things are tough to drive. I mean, you got to be careful. And these guys, I mean, I still think they're doing a good job. Let me tell you who really worked out there. Roger Mooth sitting in 3rd right now. Doug Neal back up in the 2nd. Rob Higgins up to 4th. Some guys making some moves during that last caution.
Oh, speaking of making some moves, Roger had to dive down to the left-hand side, or else he would have gotten into Doug Neal. And Doug Neal and Roger Mooth tied for the Hard Charger Award here so far. They're both up 7 spots from the beginning of this one. We're over halfway through this race, and look, I don't think it's decided yet, although there's an obvious front runner here. It's Parker Ratzlaff, as he has led every single lap here tonight, and he's going to be looking to do some more leading, as he has been unstoppable coming out of turn 4 to get these things back under green.
Yeah, I mean, he hits it at the same time, Chris. So, I mean, somebody's got to watch. I mean, hopefully, I'm sure Mooth's listening in and watching a little bit what's been going up on front. So, I didn't know to really turn it on right when they get to that point. It's going to be interesting. I mean, these guys, they will figure it out eventually. But right now, that is a prime piece of real estate that Parker has, and he knows when he's going to hit it.
Driver out of Wisconsin getting ready to go back to the green flag one more time, and he's got Roger Mooth behind him. To the outside, though, it's Doug Neal and Rob Higgins. Here we go, back under green, and Roger Mooth going to try and take advantage of the fact that Parker got a really great restart again. Mooth launches himself into second spot. The Turn 3 Racing Network Priority Auto Machine has taken over second spot. Doug Neal going to try and fight back on the outside. Can't quite get there. That's going to allow Dustin Slider to get to the inside. Slider now back up into the fourth spot looking for more. Your outside pole sitter working the inside of Doug Neal. Can't get there that time. Slider falls back into the spot. Behind him, it's 2x2 Racing. Quite a ways back. The first guys there are the 60 of Zaccardo and the 40 of Higgins.
And Higgins kind of stuck on the outside. Zaccardo got the preferred lane right now, Chris, and it looks like he might have it here, but the 40 not giving up on the outside there. Now he gets and falls in line. Ooh, some good racing.
Let's go back a little further. There's 4 cars here that are all kind of battling for position. It is the 22 of Josh Buckley. Ty Leclerc in the 33. And the 44 of James Babb. All duking it out. But up front, 1.7 seconds is the lead. Parker has over Doug Neal. Neal trying to work his way around Roger Mooth, and does. Mooth falls back in the line, looking for a nice solid finish. Here is Roger Mooth, and I'll be a man and I'll call it. He made it over my over-under call earlier on here in the broadcast. He has not found his lid yet.
I hope he don't, because I really like that paint job. Reminds me of hunting. Reminds me of sweet Florida orange juice. And of course, you know, the orange men over there in Syracuse. You know, that's the real reason why that thing's bright orange, but man, getting all kinds of pressure there from the inside.
Oh,
Whoa!
Slider hits the, oh my goodness.
Turtle shell.
Turtle shells in play here tonight as we go under caution, and Dustin Slider has to work his way back through the field again. Let's go back and take a peek, and you see it, the whole rear end of that car just comes right off the track. He tries to get out of the way and does a good job, and Slider unfortunately now has to do it all over again. Rick, this is the second time. How many times can he come from the back of the pack tonight?
I think it's like a personal challenge that he wants to try to figure out.
It very well might be, as we've got drivers on pit road, including Roger Mooth right now. I know last night and the night before there were no tires allowed. I'm not quite sure if tires are allowed tonight or not. Judging by some of the times out there, it looks like we're seeing tire changes. I know they had enough fuel.
Yeah, I'm seeing some guys there up on the jacks. Oh man, you gotta watch them turtle shells. That's one of the hardest things about Myrtle Beach, man. I mean, I was kind of wondering, because like I said, I haven't been in these cars in what seems like forever, Chris. And we're 6 years, working on 7 on the service here with iRacing, and man, it's been a minute since we've been in these things, and I'm wondering how bad these things would do when they hit that turtle shell, and I think Slider just showed that to us.
Oh yeah,
it's not good.
Yeah, the whole rear end of that car popped up and spun himself around coming out of turn number 2, setting up for the backstretch for some of those drivers. A good job, good heads up driving for a lot of drivers to kind of stay out of him, and a good job from him to kind of try and keep it down low towards the wall to give everybody an opportunity to stay off. So caution flag runs again here. We're working lap number 77 of 125 with the pace car lights still on. Next time by, I believe the light should shut down and we'll be back under green after that. This one going quick. They all have, really. This one probably a little bit longer than some of the other races that the Not the Battle series has been bringing us this weekend, but that's okay. I don't mind a longer race as long as it's entertaining, and certainly it has been entertaining here so far tonight.
Oh, it definitely has been, Chris. And I want to take a moment to thank everybody out there in YouTube land watching us here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We appreciate each and every one of you. Double down. Thank you very much for answering Chris's question. One extra set, my friends. So a lot of guys that did take tires, well, that's all they got. But hey, listen, it's going to be play.
Yeah, Brent Keith also he also let me know one set of tires available. So our race admin doing his job, keeping me posted on what's going on. I love it. Thank you all for helping out. And here we go. Pace car is dropping down onto pit road, and here we go. We're going to see if Parker can launch that thing out to the front. Again, the 42 has been a maniac here tonight. And oh, it has been called off. We stay under caution. Very, very interesting. These cars were getting ready to go. Oh, did you see that, Rick? The pace car drove through the wall. It was so fast.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you have it tonight. Really, you went through the wall because there's a crowd behind it, but...
Oh, my goodness, that thing is fast. Able to drive through a wall. It drops back down on pit road. Somebody might want to check his BAC level here on a Saturday night. Parker gets ready to go, and yes, he does the same thing, Rick. He is gone like a rocket ship here in this SK. He has really got this thing figured out.
Yeah, but look at Doug Neal. Neal actually kind of figured it out, Chris. Maybe not quite as fast as Parker drove off, but Neal, he's out there. He's flooring it, man. He's trying to catch up to the back bumper there of Parker's machine. But he can't wait too long because Parker's fast in that thing, man. Like I said, that thing is on rails.
Yeah, it really is. Roger Mooth sits in the 4th spot because Travis Holfer was able to hold him off. Our big mover of the night here right now, it's Doug Neal in 2nd spot. Neal is up 7 positions in his number 12 car.
I mean, I love that Simbox machine, Chris. Black, red, it goes so well. There's a little bit of white there because of the Whalen banner. I like it.
I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors for this Not the Battle series happening for 4 nights in a row here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Of course, we have to thank Rike's Lawn Care and Scaping LLC. If you need lawn care, they've got you covered. Just give them a message there on their website, set up an appointment, and get it done. Then it's DRS Dreamer Racing Series. Make sure to check them out on the internet and see what they are all about. Of course, these guys are all drivers of that series. How about if you're in Michigan, in Holland, Michigan, why don't you go out over to Byron Ford and pick yourself up a nice new Ford, maybe an F-150, F-250, F-350, why not a Super Duty? I almost could have used one today. And of course, we have BK Paints. If you want your cars to look great when you come across the start-finish line, guaranteed, jokingly, to add 15 horsepower to any sim car out there, it's BK Paints. Make sure to give them some love. Right now, it is the 20 car, Travis Hofler, trying to get around Doug Neal, and he has got a line to the inside. Travis is looking good here on lap number 87. Of course, that does allow Roger Mooth to kind of sneak in a little bit. Mooth going to try and get it done on the outside. Has that outside lane come in? Oh, at the line it sure has. Roger Mooth taking over 3rd.
Yeah, outside lane starting to come in, but of course the 20 got a little loose there, Chris, too, so that allowed Mooth to make an aggressive move there on the outside. Now he has cleared that position. He is sitting comfortably in 3rd.
Rob Higgins in the 40 car, your last driver in a pace spot right now, running in the 5th position. Behind him, Matt Zaccardo in the 60 machine. As, oh boy, we are under caution one more time. And Rick, I hate to even say it, but it looks like it may have been with Dustin Slider. Let's go back and take a peek and see what happened to the 15 machine.
Really started with the 44 if you want a good view with Bass.
Oh, Danny and the 44 get together. Danny and James Babb get together, and I think that might be the end for Slider. We saw the smoke coming out from underneath the hood, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but race cars run on smoke. Once you let it out, they don't run.
That's unfortunate.
All of these races running an open setup. So not only do you have to be a driver, but you have to be an engineer. And these guys are hitting it very, very good job here tonight, to all of them, for making these cars stick to the track as well as they are. Well, Rick, we got some different strategies going on. We know Parker's been out there for the entire thing, leading the way, and he has not come down pit road. Some of these guys behind him have those fresher tires. Will that be enough to try and get Parker off from the top spot here tonight? That would be about the best chance they have. Is, man, is he fast.
He's very, very fast.
Well, we have just another minute or so of caution. We're going to sneak away for just a moment. And, well, we got some bills to pay over here. We'll take care of that right now. Back live from the track from the southeast that's unfortunately no longer an active track. It's Myrtle Beach. And have we had a good one here tonight?
Oh, it's been a fantastic race so far.
We're lined up 2 by 2, getting ready to go back to the green. One more time here. Parker is your race leader. Oh, he waited a little bit longer that time, Rick. He is mixing it up a little bit.
Maybe he's listening into us, giving away all his secrets.
It's a battle for second spot, and Roger Mooth looks like he has the challenge all but done, as he is snuck out in front of Doug Neal. Doug Neal back to third position. Rob Higgins in the 40 machine running in fourth. Ty Leclerc on the inside takes over a spot from Travis Holfer. So Leclerc now running in the top 5. And it's Holfer, Zaccardo, Babb, Valenzuela, and Korlacki. Bob Higgins running out there about a lap down. Ooh, Roger is a little bit loose coming out of turn number 2, but Doug Neal not able to do anything about it that time by, as Roger leads the way from second on back. Parker has really started to open it up already, Rick. 1.25 seconds in just a couple of laps as he opened up a gap.
I'm pretty proud of Mooth, though. Mooth's sitting in second place right now.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
I mean, I know Roger could do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's pretty good, but, you know, normally he's pretty good behind the mic, not behind the wheel, so I always question whether or not he's going to actually race well, and tonight it seems like the answer is yes, as he is rolling at a second place spot right now with just 25 laps to go, and they are clicking off quickly. 18.46 was the time for your race leader, Parker Ratzliff. And man, that is not too far away from his best time at all. His best time in 18:33. So very little tire fall off for our race leader. He is finding different ways around this track to kind of help himself out, Rick. And in doing that, he has kept his speed very consistent. All these other guys, if you look at their times, I'll give Roger Mooth a look. 18.52, his best lap. And this time by, it is going to be an 18.70. So already seeing some of that fall off out of the tires that he just got not long ago.
These things eat up tires, but I think he's going to be okay. 22 laps left to go. Now 21. Now 22.
Well, this track notorious in its day for eating tires, and certainly we have seen that for the last couple of nights, but tonight these SKs holding on, it seems, to their tires pretty decently. I mean, there is some fall off for some of these guys, but not as bad as, say like the late models last night, or even the Legends cars back on Thursday. And while I was talking, of course, Tyler Clerk taking over that third spot. Now Doug Neal is trying to get it back on the outside, can't quite get there. Leclerc kind of heads him off at the pass, and he gets by Doug Neal for that third spot. So Neal backing up one, and Roger Mooth sitting in second. I say that, Rick, because Roger Mooth right now, not only is he running in second spot, but he is the hard charger right now with a +8.
Yeah, he's definitely worked his tail off to get up there too, and it's good to see. He's well deserved.
Rick, I got an idea.
Oh boy.
I think it'd be fun if Roger can somehow manage to finish in the top 3. Let's say he interviews himself.
There we go. We could definitely do that.
Looking through the field now, and it looks like everybody kind of nose to tail, minding their P's and Q's out there. And they really are. This whole bunch of cars has kind of spaced themselves out. Very little actual battles happening right now, but with 16 laps to go now, as Parker crosses the start-finish line, the battles, they might start heating up just a little bit. You see Leclerc in the 33, hanging way down low, very close to those turtle shells, trying to get a line in on Roger. Couldn't quite get there. Roger defending that inside line. Mooth holding on to that second spot. Here comes Leclerc again, though. Leclerc with a good run this time. He hits down into, oh my goodness, touches those shells. Roger's gonna fight back on the outside. This battle not done yet. It's going into turns 3 and 4. The 33 of Tyler Clerk trying to take over second spot from Roger Mooth. And at the line, he is not gonna do it. Heading into turn 1 now. And Leclerc takes the advantage. He hits, oh, I think he touched the shells again.
Man.
Unbelievable. You gotta stop doing that, Ty. You're gonna give me a heart attack. All this racing is allowing Doug Neal to kind of catch him.
It is exactly what's happening right now, Chris, but I don't know. Roger's holding out that outside line. Leclerc doing everything he can, holding on that inside lane. Gotta be careful with them turtle shell. I don't know how many times that these cars go, ooh, loose there.
Tyler Clerk gets loose coming out of turn 4. And Roger was definitely hammering down on the outside. We actually saw him increase speed where you should have been still braking. He used up a little bit of his tires and was able to take over the spot. Meanwhile, Tyler Clerk got loose, and Doug Neal had to check up big time. Behind all of that action, we have other action on track. We've got Zaccardo hanging on to the 5th spot. The 40 of Rob Higgins looking inside. 10 laps to go this time.
Now's the time to protect your preferred line, Chris.
Yeah, you gotta stay into that preferred line, even if it's not where you want to be at this point. You have to stay down as low as you can, defend that quickest way around the track, and Roger is almost daring Ty to get there again. Roger Mooth sticking way out to the outside. Ty Leclerc going to try and take advantage. It's only a matter of time. He is catching the back bumper of the 39 right now, and Leclerc is getting stronger here by the lap. He drops down to the inside. Here we go again. Turn number 1 for Leclerc, and coming out of turn 2 onto the back stretch. Roger kept the RPMs going in that turn 3 racing network machine and was able to come side by side with him through 3 and 4 at the line. Too close to call. Leclerc now with a decided advantage on the back stretch. Leclerc now takes over second spot. Roger falls 1, and Doug Neal watching the whole thing happen. 6 laps to go for our lead lap cars as Parker is definitely hammering down. 6.5 seconds, the differential between Parker and Ty. A handful of fingers from our flagman indicating 5 laps to go here from Myrtle Beach, and Parker has led them all in his number 42.
I mean, barring something crazy happening to Parker, Chris, he's the only one that doesn't really have to worry about protecting his line because he's got his own line around here.
Oh yeah, wherever he goes, it's fast.
Yep, he can do whatever he wants.
6.6 seconds now is the differential as he's getting around and through the stripes on the track. 3 laps to go for Parker. Ty Leclerc holding on to second. Roger Mooth in third. Mooth right now has a mirror full of Doug Neal. Neal trying to look on that inside line. Couldn't quite get there that time by. Lost a little bit of time on track to Roger. And Leclerc is pulling away from third and fourth.
Yeah, I just want to tell Roger, too, that, KR is one up on you. I'm just saying.
Popsicle sticks in the air for this gentleman who's about to take the white flag. Final lap out for the 42 of Parker, and Parker taking it on to the backstretch. He has got all kinds of time. Parker coming through turns 3 and 4. This for the checkered flag. 125 laps go to Parker. In second spot, it is going to be Ty Leclerc, who's opened up a bit of a lead over Roger Mooth. Mooth takes third spot and hard charger. Doug Neal comes home in fourth. Rob Higgins, Danny Venezuela up to 6th position. He's up 7 spots, so a tie there for hard charger. We'll see how they break that one. And what a race it was, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to step away for just a moment. We're going to set up these post-race interviews while Parker burns the house down. We will be right back.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Back live here with our top 3 finishers. Well, that's not exactly true, but we do have our race winner here tonight, and what a race it was. He took off at the very beginning of this race as your pole sitter, and, well, he never really looked back. Parker, Chris, Rick, up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, bud. Well, you came in here not really knowing what you had, but turns out you had a heck of a machine out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the most confidence going in, but I knew that me and Josh Kosick put in a lot of work all day, so I thought we had something going, and I didn't know what we had, but I guess it was really quick.
Yeah, it was pretty quick at the end there. You had a little over 6 seconds to play with. You could have spun that thing around, come in backwards, and I don't think it would have mattered all that much, but a good race out of you. Very kind of not much to talk about because you got out front. The best thing I can say, or the most interesting thing I can talk about, is your restarts. You were really hammering coming out of turn 4 early and often all night long.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to get as far out as front as I could and just not be in traffic and just run as many clean, good laps as I could.
Well, you definitely did that, bud. And congratulations once again on the race win tonight. Who do you have on that machine that you need to thank?
Ponzi, EcoTrax, Iron Horse Loggers, Log Load for Kids. Once again, Josh Kosick for all the work he did for me today. JH Graphic Designs for the paint every week, and you guys for putting all this on.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, bud. Congratulations once again. We'll let you go down to your teammates and celebrate. Parker taking up the race win here tonight. And, well, we don't have our second place finisher, but we do have our third place finisher. And to interview him, it's Roger Mooth.
Well, Roger, a good run here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Started back there way into the 10th position, working your way up tonight. How did the car feel? How did it all happen? Well, Roger, it's a pretty interesting fact. I'm not a big driver into these machines, but tonight we were just kind of in the right place at the right time. We were able to pick and choose our battles that we were having. We made it through a couple wrecks, and we kind of just wound up here running. I believe it was really for the second place. Parker just kind of checked out. Yeah, good run there. It also looked like you and Doug Neal were able to battle yourself up here through the night, and, that battle continued right up to the final stages. Yeah, Doug, tonight, that Simbox driver over there, he had himself a really good hot rod. We talked a little bit in our practice session, but, he raced me clean, and that's exactly what I just wanted to come out here tonight to do at Myrtle Beach and run with these guys and have a clean race. And, we wound up on the podium here, just not really, not much more we had in the car. Well, Roger, a good run here tonight. Are there anybody you got to thank on the side of this number 39 machine? Yeah, I got to thank all the guys over at the Turn 3 Racing Network. Mooth, he always does a heck of a job up there. I got to thank my other sponsor, Simbox. They're on the car here tonight. Race Energy also tuning in. It is what it is. We had a third place car tonight. We finished third. There you heard it, race fans. From your third place finisher, back to you boys up in the booth.
And with our fourth place finisher, because once again, we do not have our second place finisher here in chat with us, but Rick, you caught up with Doug Neal.
I did. Driver the number 12 machine, Doug Neal, fourth place finish, man, up 5 positions. Tell us about your race a little bit.
Man, I had a pretty good car tonight. I think Rocket Racing Setups for a great setup tonight, and ran up second for most of the race. And just on those restarts, Parker was killing us on those restarts, and I'd lose a spot here and there on the restart. But I had a good time. It was a great race. Enjoyed it. Roger raced me clean. I started to give him the bumper there at the end, but thought better of it.
Oh, I mean, I was going to pay you a little extra if you did, but unfortunately, well, it is what it is. And man, what a good race. So like I said, up 5 positions from the start of this thing, came home 4th. So congratulations. Anybody on that number 12 you need to thank?
Yeah, Simbox PC on Facebook for iRacing button boxes. Rocket Racing setups for a good setup tonight, and Roger Mooth working with me a little bit today.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, and with that, race fans, we are getting ready to call it a night here from Myrtle Beach. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon, we go live once again here from Myrtle Beach for the hashtag Not the Battle series. It's been presented right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network by Rike's Lawn Care and Scaping. Don't forget the DRS Dreamer Racing Series at dreamerracingseries.com. And remember, too, that if you're in Holland, Michigan, and you need a safe, reliable piece of transportation, make sure to check out Barber Ford of Holland, Michigan. BK Paints doing a fantastic job on a lot of cars out there tonight. Don't forget an extra 15 horsepower to all your sim cars just by applying the paint. And for everybody here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we look forward to bringing you even more Not the Battle Racing next tomorrow afternoon. For everybody, stay safe out there and good night.